What's up, StreamYard? All right, it looks like we are streaming live everywhere. Right on. If you are feeling hot and bothered, get on in here. The records are now open. Welcome, everyone, to the 9/11 episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. If you're hot and bothered, looks steamy and sexy, good for you. Good gig if you can get it. If you're hot and bothered, looks like angry and irritable, let's see if we can help you with that energy today so that you can stay in a frequency of calm, of gentleness, of serenity, because this is where you access all of your power. This is where you have access to flow state, to miracle consciousness. This is where we tap into our energy to create. And we're going into an eclipse gateway. It's incredibly important right now because we are going to start creating at an accelerated rate as we go through this eclipse gateway. All right, so we got to talk about how we are creating, which is what we're going to be doing here today. Say hello to me once you get here. If this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Emily Harrison. I am the founder, director here inside the Akashic Academy. I'm working with visionaries and thought leaders, training them to tap into the part of their mind that can see what is unseen. Because when you can see what is unseen, you have the advantage to solve problems, to heal your life, to innovate your life, to tap into solutions and opportunities and new timelines that you get to step into. You become a conscious creator. You fulfill your soul's purpose and mission of coming here, which is to experience yourself as God, as the creator. Okay? An aspect, that's a general aspect of all of our mission. Each one of us get to decide what that looks like specifically. It's one of the reasons I love the Akashic Records is when we tap into this intelligence, we can get information about our soul mission. It's another thing that we can do here today. All right, so here's the deal. The Akashic Records, if you are new, are the realm of consciousness that hold all intelligence, past, present, all possible futures, and are recorded from a neutral perspective. Okay, neutral means unconditional love and zero judgment. When you learn to tap into your Akashic Records, you can see information that is currently unseen. The Akashic Records are a secret esoteric technology that has been hidden from humanity for eons. Now, while it's been hidden from humanity because it's so powerful, while it's been hidden from humanity, it cannot be taken away from you. It is your divine right to access this realm of consciousness that gives you this advantage working through your incarnation here on the planet. But they can hide it from you in plain sight. The Akash, the ether, is a field of information all around us that when we learn to tap into it and receive wisdom, guidance, clarity about the bigger picture of what's happening, we can make better decisions. I mean, the Akashic Records is so powerful. The reason that it's been hidden and suppressed from humanity is because it has the ability, is that the right word? You have the ability, if you access it, to break out of the matrix. What is the matrix? The matrix is the collective projection of reality where you see yourself through a construct of limitation and oppression. So you are very controllable. This is not the truth. When you wake up to the truth, you exit the matrix. And this may come as a shock to some of you, but there are people out there who are egotistically benefiting from you being trapped in the matrix, you being trapped in limitation. But this is your way out. All right, welcome everybody. I've got some hellos from Janie and Trisha and Nikki and Darlene. Right on. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to jam together here for the next 30 minutes or so. Well, let's see, how long have I been monologuing already? 4 minutes. Till about the bottom of the hour. It's noon my time. We're going to jam till about 12:30 Pacific time here together. I want to encourage you to light up my chat box with questions that you have for the Akashic Records, questions where you might feel stuck, questions where you're hot and bothered is coming up. Wherever you're hot and bothered, you're irritated and you're angry, might be coming up for you. This is important for us to lean into, for you to lean into, because we are going into this eclipse season, this eclipse gateway, where all of us are going to be creating at an accelerated rate. Okay? When you can consciously create, you tap into all the information around you, you figure out what you want to create, where you're getting triggered, you plan out a new path for yourself. Yay, that's conscious creation. If you don't consciously create, the other option is to unconsciously create. And again, this might come as a shock to some of you, but when we unconsciously create, oftentimes it can turn out like shit. I'll just be honest with you. That's what miscreations, oopsies in our life. And you're going to start creating more of those as we go through this gateway too. So it's very important that we begin to examine ourselves. It's the power of the Akashic Records. Tapping into this intelligence helps us along our journey of self-knowledge, self-revelation. Okay? Light up the chat box with questions. I do have a little downloading notes scripting here. It's kind of a sloppy mess. That's how my mind dumps it out, y'all. Some important stuff that I want to share coming in from the Akashic Records, and then I'm going to turn it over to you all, which thank you for being here. You guys can be anywhere right now, and whether you're watching live or on the replay, I see you. I honor your dedication, your commitment to expansion and growth. The more of us that get in here and do this work, taking back our power and sovereignty to create, to be the stewards of the new earth, the faster it happens. So send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Let's blow up some algorithms here. Let's get some people joining us. All right. Here's what the records and the guides would like me to share with you all today. All right. So we talked about if these feelings of anger and irritability are coming up for you, it's really important that we lean in and work with them, because they will drain your energy and take you out of the place of conscious creation. Let me know if you're following me. And we're about to ramp that up astrologically, where our solar system is moving through the galaxy. We're going through an eclipse season. So things are going to get ramped up. All right. You got to maintain your calm and your gentleness. This is where your sovereignty is. This is where we effortlessly create. Okay. Trying to read my notes. Y'all trying to read my notes. All right. Maybe I already monologued all these out. Can't take it away. It's your divine right to access it, to free you from the matrix. No, I said all that. What are they? Oh, here's one cool thing. Okay, way to go. I got through all of my notes in my monologue, and I didn't even have to go back and check them. Go, Emily. Right on. All right, there is one cool thing, though, here that I want to share with you all in terms of the Akashic Records and why they're so important, how they help us. You have likely heard me talk about well, unless this is the first time you hear, then you haven't ever heard about it before. But if you've been around for a while, which by the way, who's my loyalty club out there? Give me some clap emojis. If you've been around longer than 1 month, put some clap emojis in the comments for me. If you have been in my field and around longer than a year, put a heart emoji in the comments for me. All right. And if you've been in my field for 2 years or more, give me a shooting star emoji. This is kind of fun. I'll get to check in. Check in. Take a little temperature gauge. It's like a census. It's like an emoji census. Now, census is where you're living right now. I guess that's what we do when you first come on. I don't know what kind of data we're collecting here, y'all. Just let me see you. Give me some shouts out. Okay. All right. So depending on how long you've been around, you might have heard me talk about different constructs or ways to understand the Akashic Records. One of them is through the idea of this being an etheric library that holds information on your soul's journey through time. It's very poetic. How very English student of me. I feel like I should put my glasses on for that one, right? You may have also heard me talk about the Akashic Records as a mathematical matrix of possibility, or the supreme mind of the universe that holds all of the different potentialities, right? We'd want to look at that as a mathematical matrix. So we've got the very poetic English literature version, and then we've got the scientific math version. This is the version, this new version they gave me is pretty street, y'all. Pretty street, yo. Think of it like a video game, okay? This matrix that we are playing in, this is a video game, and there is hidden information all around you that when you learn to tap into this information, it becomes like a cheat code. It shows you what you are missing. This information that I talk about that is unseen, it's hidden all around you. The energy of the Akash. Intelligence is all around you. And when you learn to slow down, breathe, relax your body, open up your mind, your intuition, your heart, every single human on the planet has the ability, the divine right to tap in and to get this information that's being hidden in plain sight. And when you learn to do this, the lies will collapse. The lies that you tell yourself about why you are stuck, the lies that we are telling each other in humanity, the lies that we think that the government is telling us. If you are somebody who sees conflict and the polarity in our world through the lens of man versus man, me versus them, let me invite you to shift it into man versus himself. If you truly quest with devotion on a path of self-knowledge, you will figure yourself out. You will figure out why you have miscreated the shit that you don't want to be experiencing in your life, and you will create with more power, more authority, and you will begin bringing in the constructs that not only serve you, but serve the entire planet. Okay? Can I get an amen? And then I'm going to start answering some of y'all's questions. Oh, by the way, for those of you who want to learn to develop your intuition is the first step. It's the communication channel that I'm going to be using today as I'm tapping into the Akashic Records. So here's what it's going to look like. I'm going to scroll through. I'm going to find some questions. I'm asking the guides right now to bring my attention and awareness to the questions that will serve the most of us that are gathering here today, both live and on the replay. I will channel through insight. Notice what comes into your mind too as I'm channeling, because we're all tapping into this flow of intelligence. Okay, and that's one thing to recognize about the records and how they work is that, yeah, I'm gonna, flex my Akashic muscle because I do this all day, every day for you guys and share some intel that's coming in. But this intel that's coming in through me, it's going to be based and filtered through my own experience. And I might not have the exact right experience for something to land perfectly with you. That's why you should be reading your own records, because then your guides can talk to you through your own experience and it's going to make perfect sense. Okay. Let's see. What else did I want to tell you about this? Even if I don't get to your question here on the live broadcast, ask anyway. There is a beautiful promise in the asking that the intelligence will be revealed to you. So ask. And yeah, I said that very poetic too, but scientifically, here's how it works. The vibrational frequency of your question holds the frequency of the answer. Even though you're just experiencing the question or the problem or partial fractal of the bigger picture, the vibrational frequency of the whole, the complete, exists within it, even though you can't see it. The bigger truth is everything is whole and complete, even if we're not perceiving it that way. That's why it's important just to go ahead and ask your question. All right, and then we're also going to do some activations all up in here. So let's get busy. Activations, what does that look like? Looks like me shooting energy out of my hands or fork or heart or something like that. Whatever the guides direct me to do that bring through the transmission of light particles, vitrons, the frequency and power of the mind and light to accelerate your intelligence. That comes from the guides. All right, let's get some questions. Josie or Jose? Josie. Nah. Pronouncing names live makes my butt clench. How to find the spiritual reason behind diseases in the body, a breast tumor. Oh, good stuff. Okay. First of all, thank you, JP, for being here and being open and vulnerable. Everybody, let's send love and light through to JP and let's just circulate it through all of us. It's vulnerable to be here. Thank you for being here. Those of you humans who are walking this path of turning on self-healing, it can be very challenging and scary. And so we want to acknowledge and honor that. And thank you for walking this path. And truly, the more and more of us that walk our paths, whatever they look like, and we take on the challenge. What the challenge is repetitious realignment of energy, repetitious and relentless realignment of energy, health, divine health. Okay. That's a little nugget of channeling on how to move forward, but JP's specific question is how to find the spiritual reason in the body. Okay. So the body holds somatic memory or emotional memory from times that we have experienced more trauma than we know how to face and feel. So it's really important that we find the root of that and face and feel. One thing that we can do is tap on the body in that area. Oh, thank goodness. JP's comment is right across the part of the screen, so y'all don't see me tapping my titties. Just saying. Okay. Breasts, tap your breasts. The reason why we're doing this is we're going to communicate with that part of the body. We're just going to do it right now. Okay. This is what the records are encouraging me to do right now. If you have another part of your body that is experiencing affliction right now, go ahead and tap that part of your body. I'm going to keep tapping my titties. I can't even believe I've said that twice. No. Okay. I don't really even like that word, to be honest with you. Okay. But I'm going to do it. Let's do it. All right. And the reason that we're doing this is we're creating a pulsation. The body communicates in pulsation and rhythm and vibration. And we are consciously intending to communicate with the suppressed trauma. And just notice what comes up. JP, you might have a certain memory that comes up. You might have just emotion that comes up. Just notice what comes up, trusting it. Nice slow exhale. Okay, good. All right, so what the guides are saying is for JP and any of you who are working with your physical body and learning to heal your physical body today, there's no right or wrong way to do it. The most important thing is creating a story that works for you or that has some meaning or symbology that you feel like you can get behind. You're like, okay, that makes sense. Or honestly, it doesn't even have to make sense. But the human mind will tend to relax and be like, okay, I see why this is working. If we create a story around how we're moving the energy or what we feel like is coming in. And when I say creating a story, I do it improv style. For those of you who are new, I was an actress, a Hollywood actress for decades, 20 years before my life shifted and my timeline shifted. And I do this work now. And believe it or not, Hollywood was an incredible spiritual training ground for a variety of reasons. But one of them is acting is like channeling, right? Emily and my personality and persona have to go calm down and sit over here while I tap into a character and that character. And if anybody, has anybody ever acted before or performed? there's something really cool that when you do get out of your own way and relax and let your nervousness aside, the consciousness of this character becomes alive through you in that moment. And yeah, you might have done a great job. You might be a top A student and done all your acting subtext, figured out exactly what she's thinking in every single moment. But then you let that go and you get on stage, and the character truly becomes alive through you, and nothing that you could have planned to do compares with this, the liveness in that moment of the character coming out of you. Really similar to channeling. You following me? Also, you got to learn to relax. You got to get out of your own way. All kinds of good personal growth that we get to learn. I'm smiling and losing my train of thought because I freaking forgot. You guys, I'm sorry. I just remembered that I owe you guys a drawing for a free reading, and I meant to have all of the freaking names in a hat and ready to go. For those of you who supported me on NASDAQ this week, thank you. Okay. After this broadcast, I might pop back on and do another live where we draw. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Doggone it. Okay. Let me tap back in. Who remembers where I was just channeling, where we left off? Remind me what I was talking about. Well, they're bringing me back to the healing work that we were doing in the physical parts of the body. So I'm going to pick back up there. Okay. Hopefully you're all back on board. Jump back on the train. If there's an area of your physical body that you're working to heal, you want to tap to create communication with that, because we set an intention for that memory or that trauma to come up. You might have an exact memory, or you might be just invited to face and feel the energy that's coming up. Now, how do we know this works? Because we made up something, I channeled in the moment, but it's like improv acting. It's like making something up, right? Improv acting is you got to just go with what's coming in your imagination right then in that moment. But when we trust that we are connected to our highest source of intelligence that's coming, giving us this information from unconditional love and zero judgment, we begin to trust the thoughts that are coming in. But really, it doesn't matter what it is. It's not like that one imaginative protocol is right and one imaginative protocol is wrong. It's the power of the story that changes us. And as a human connects to a story and finds value in a story, the power is created through the story. Does that make sense? Right? Everything is meaningless until you assign it value, and humans assign value through story. It's woven into our DNA. Okay? Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen if you just figured out a way to tap into some of your own healing gifts and skills just by turning on your imagination. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Marilyn says, my head is spinning. Just started a new supplement regimen with spaguric. Apparently, I'd never heard of those supplements. Wondering if this is a good way to go for me at this time to detox. Well, the first thing I hear coming in is, well, sounds like you already went that way and the detox is already underway. So trust that this is the good way. Trust that it's good. And rather than wondering if it's good once you're already 10 steps down the road, Miss Marilyn, all right, actually, you're only 2 steps down the road, right? But here's the point that the guides are wanting to make is that wondering if something is a good way to go is a question that you should ask before you choose which way to go. After you've chosen, you're already committed. It's already happening. You already took the spag, Gurk. You're feeling it in your head. It's working. Let's shift the question, if it's okay with you, Miss Marilyn, to either how can I get the most from this experience, or here's a slightly different take, and you got to feel into what you really want to know. What's most valuable for you to know? Okay? Because the other way you could go is, how is this in alignment with my divine plan? How is this timeline, maybe I would say, preparing me in my divine plan? So see how when you shift the question, the nature of the answer that's going to come in is going to be just a little bit different. Okay? Yeah, so that was a very couple sideways paths up the mountain there. What do I mean by a couple sideways paths? I mean, what did we just learn there? We learned the importance of asking the right question when. And we also learned that when we ask questions with a slightly different nuance, we're going to get different answers. Cool? And let me see what activation might want to come in there. Trust yourself, the guides are saying. Here's the activation that wants to come in is trust. Good twist on the questions. Yeah, they're playing with you, Miss Marilyn, today. But they definitely want to bring in an activation around trust. Trust yourself that if you chose this path, this direction, that this is the right way for you, and that there's something really valuable there for you. And what would it look and feel like to know that we could trust that our highest good is held on every path? It's just up for us to see it. How would that feel? If you want to know what it's like to trust yourself, to be on the path of magic, the path of 5D, you can say yes now. That's a good one. That one's very multidimensional. By the way, I hope y'all say yes to that. I'm saying yes to that. Hang on one second. I'm top freaking yes. Freaking yes in the comments. Okay, let's see what else we got. 3 more minutes. Let's see. Who else is a yes? Come on. Come play. Come play. Let's see. Connect. Oh, Darlene. Connect more clearly to my higher self records and the dragons. I have been calling in the dragons this week. I love to use the dragons for clearing a path. Let's just use the dragons to clear the path to your higher self and to the record. So anybody right now who wants to feel more access to your higher self and more access to your own Akashic records, just type yes in the comments, and we're going to call in the dragons to clear that path. And they're just reminding me to remind all of you, it's not actually a path to your higher self or to the records. Your higher self and the records and the 5D in heaven on earth is all around us at every moment. It is right here, right now. We don't have to travel anywhere to be in it. We just have to vibrate. We just have to vibe with it. You got to keep your calm, keep your gentle, keep your magic. And if you just looked at me damn side-eyed for talking about the dragons, playing with the dragons, how else you gonna bring about magic in your life? Let's hear how you do it, smarty pants. Yeah. Find ways to bring magic into your life. The dragons are very, very connected into the realm of magic. All righty, how you guys feeling? How you feeling up in here? All right, I want to one more time pop in the comments here for you a very special training and activation that will teach you how to work with your imagination It's kind of like improv acting. I might even talk about the improv acting in there, but in 15 seconds a day, you can learn these improv exercises that you play in your own mind that will open up your psychic organs and raise your vibrational frequency so you can access more joy, see what is unseen, see more magic, feel more gut responses, feel stronger in your decision making. You'll get downloads around what questions to ask. All right, my girl Trisha has one more question here. I'm going to answer yours. I love you so much. Sending love to your family right now. All right. What would the record say is the best way to help calm my husband's anxiety? Breath work instantaneously. Keep it super simple. Exhale longer than the inhale because that activates the vagus nerve, which will move him out of fight or flight and into his sympathetic nervous system. So he'll move from his sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, into parasympathetic nervous system, which is where you can find calm. But they say through his physical body first. They're also saying that he could definitely use some massage, or this might be like sometimes I get the information, oh, he could use a massage, but he's gotten one recently or he's starting to get them. So it would be a confirmation that that's moving in the right direction. Because when we talked about the body holding somatic trauma, it stores it in the body. And he's definitely holding on to a lot right now, processing a lot for the family. And so we want to make sure that that doesn't get caught in his body and manifest into dis-ease for him that is even that is in the physical right now. Right now it's still in the emotional and the nervous system. Okay. So the massages are great. They're also saying salt baths too. Good luck getting your hubs to take a salt bath. Let me know how that one resonates. But the salts could be helpful, like maybe salt under his pillow. I'm seeing a little bag of, the little like beautiful lingerie bags that are just and sometimes they have lavender and scents in them, but it's with some salts for him. Okay, obviously a lot going on there with him, and probably a lot of like emotional shit, memories and fears and all kinds of things come up. But through the body, a sachet. Thank you, Deborah. A sachet. But the guides are saying keep it simple and work with the nervous system and the breath in the body. All right. Grab your free link to intuitive development. Remember, this is going to teach you how to train your intuition so that you can be sharp, so that you can get the intelligence all around you in 15 seconds a day. And if this has been valuable to you, thank you for hanging out with me. Come back next week. Okay.